Yes. Thank you, Dana. Thank you, Kids in Common, for this amazing partnership, and all of you at the Children's Summit for allowing us to give you a little snapshot of our work at the Beat Within. I'm not sure how much any of you know of the Beat. So I'm going to be really quick and give you a real snapshot of who we are. Then I have my two amazing colleagues, Sarah and Omar, who were once participants in our workshops and are now colleagues leading workshops, returning to juvenile halls and running these amazing workshops that we've been doing since 1996. I started the program in 1996. Running writing workshops inside juvenile hall, as Dana mentioned. We put out a publication every other week of the writing that is coming out of juvenile hall. This started in San Francisco in 1997. We were invited to come into Santa Clara County Juvenile Hall, and we have been a fixture within that institution, running 50 weeks of programming, giving young people the platform to share their stories, share their truths, share their ideas, and to recognize that their stories matter in our publication. And just last night, we were in Santa Clara County Juvenile Hall running groups to an incredibly welcoming group of young people, despite what they are going through within the system, continue to rise to the occasion. Resilience, yes, and reflecting, looking ahead, and seeing where they're at this moment, but being able to put their thoughts down on paper with the goal of helping themselves, mental health wise, of course, but to teach our readers. And that's what this publication does. I'm going to pull it up really quick because I know time is of the essence. This is what our publication looks like. This is one of our recent covers that was done by a young man in the maximum security unit in Santa Clara County Juvenile Hall. And he's an incredible writer and supporter of obviously in our program each week, but this was quite a powerful cover that he did a couple issues back. Like I said, this magazine comes out twice a month. It's about 70 to 80 pages of writing and art from our young people. This is also a recent cover that was just put out, and this is as well as this one. So I'm going to really quickly flip through just so you get an idea. And if you're interested, put in the message box, let me know. And I'm happy to send a magazine to you, and so you can get a real taste of what our young people are going through, what they have to offer through our writing prompts and through our 1 hour writing workshops that we present each week in juvenile hall. So it's very text heavy, like I said, but the young people embrace it. It's a lifeline, it's an anchor while they are going through some of the most challenging times in their lives in regards to getting their freedom back, finding their freedom, and realizing that their voice matters. So yes, we help young people recognize that writing is key, reading is key, and helping them get back on track as they sort things out before they hit the next stage of their next chapter of their life. So with that said, I want to pass the floor to my colleague Sarah, who will share a little bit about her story and hopefully read a piece as well, because I encourage both Omar and Sarah to read a piece as well. So Sarah, if you can, the floor is yours.
Thank you for the intro, David. My name's Sarah. I'm an alumni of the Beat Within. I wrote for the Beat Within when I was in juvenile hall, and now I'm on the other side facilitating workshops, incredibly inspired by the young people and learning every single day from them. I decided to pull a piece written by one of the Santa Clara writers, and the title of this piece is "What is Love?" Dear the Beat, love is a powerful emotion. It is nothing to play with, too. Firsthand, the best way I could express love is being a dependable source. I don't like people depending on me or depending on people, but when times get hard, there should be people out there that you could go to. I would take a bullet for the people I love, but you have to be careful because the person behind the gun could be that same person. When it comes to love between family, it's way easier to describe than relationship love. Being the man of the house, I am a form of security and foundation. I got to be able to make sure my family could trust me and make sure I'll be there when they need me. As a kid, I didn't have someone to set the example of what it's like to love. So I got to make a way to find out on my own. The three main elements to love, though, is trust, respect, and persistence. One way or another, you got to have trust and respect to form any type of bond. You have to be persistent with the process, though. So that is one of the pieces. I love this piece because it's about love. And as you can tell, the voice is so strong and in their power and determined with their words and intentional with their words. And that's what we're cultivating with the Beat Within, is giving a tool for young people to articulate their experiences, emotions, and perspective, to give guidance to others, because all of the issues, once they're published, get sent back. We deliver them back to the juvenile halls so the young people can see their work published in a publication. And then on the outside, they can go out and say, I'm a published writer, and put that on their resume. So it's extremely empowering for a lot of the young people who write for us.
Thank you, Sarah. Omar, another recipient who is coming live and direct from Managua, Nicaragua. If you can
Yeah, let me chime in on that. My name is Omar Turcios. I myself was also incarcerated as youth in actually San Mateo County Juvenile Hall, where I first met the Beat Within. And that was over 20 years ago. Got out of juvenile hall, was offered a job at the Beat Within, and I have forged this great relationship with Dave for over 20 years, and still working as an editor and a facilitator. So I'm going to share a piece by a young man that he's actually in Santa Clara County Juvenile Hall, and to personalize the things that our youth go through, because many times we just see black and white. We see the crimes that are committed, and often that's what you get judged by. But we don't tend to think that all these youth, they're all kids. They have families, their brothers, their sisters, they're going through things in life. And this helps you, gives them perspective. So signs in life. It was a chain of events in my life that happened. Should have took the signs around the other way, but I just kept relapsing. Stuck in this way of linen rails, I can't get out of it. Hella losses don't show it. I cried to myself most nights, it'd be too hard to hold it. Been here since November. Niece, still ain't met her. My grandma left months ago. I ain't got to say goodbye. I'm still hurting, left my family. I should have been there for them. A lot of stuff on my mind feels like a big old burden. Max time for the crimes is life. Sitting in my cell thinking, man, that's trife. I'm knowing I could have chose a better life, but this is who I am, can only change a few ways. I try to get it right. It was a chain of events that happened. Should have took the signs around the other way, but I just kept relapsing, stuck in this way, like I just can't get out of it. And that's by a kid in Santa Clara Juvenile Hall. And something that's very important we do in our program, for every little piece that gets written, we add a little detail. We give them three sentences to validate what they said. So I'm gonna read the response by the editor. Wow, we are amazed at your skills at writing. We appreciate you for being so sincere and honest in your poems and raps. We know it's hard going through the struggle and trying to find a better way, but we know you are smart enough to do it. It starts by taking it one day at a time, by making it each day better than the one before. Right on. So not only are we giving them a safe platform to express themselves, but we're also validating that we give them positive reinforcement to make better decisions. Like, it's not just about writing, you have to start listening sometimes. And the Be Within, it helped. If you want to work with the community, if you want to be involved with the community, you can't leave the community behind that has no voice. These are the most important people. These are the future of America. These are the future supervisors, superintendents, teachers, counselors, all very important people in our community. It's up to us to mold them and get them there. It's like it takes a village to raise a child. Well, the Be Within is that village. Or all the facilitators, all our volunteers, they all do workshops, they all volunteer their time and work with the youth. So that's very, very important.
anything you want to add, Sarah? Thank you very much, Omar. Thank you for coming all the way from Nicaragua to hang out with us today.
Sure, my pleasure.
Sarah?
Anything I want to add? Yes, become a volunteer, become a supporter, buy some swag, check out David's sick Beat Within t-shirt, get yourself.
Get involved. Yeah, definitely.
Become a subscriber to the magazine, get your issue every single month. I'm telling you, it'll change your life. Not only are you contributing to something revolutionary in criminal justice and social justice, but you'll also learn a lot about life through the words of the writers. Not only do we have writers from juvenile hall, we also have submissions by adults in prison. We have a section in the back of the magazine called Beat Without, and those are incredible stories from those spending time in prisons. So
Yes, thank you, Sarah. I mean, that's one thing we do pride ourselves on. What Sarah mentioned is that we pride ourselves on relationships and being consistent in young people's lives when there's not a lot of the consistency. So when the workshop ends at the top of the hour, that doesn't mean the beat disappears. We encourage our young people to continue to write us if they're going to boot camp, county jail, state prison, when it was DJJ, and we can't keep up with the demand, but they want to continue to tell their stories. The beat receives anywhere from couple hundred to 500 submissions a month from those who are once participants in our workshops to those who have never laid eyes on the magazine, but once they discover it and realize there's a platform for them to share their story, to teach, to give back, we welcome the chance to do that. And we've been doing it, as we mentioned in the beginning of our little presentation, for over 25 years. So I will get on the messages here and respond the best I can. I know I probably butchered my email, but I'll fix that as well and get that email out there to you all. We're happy to send magazines to all of those of you who are interested. And there's so much to share the Beat Within, and I just know we do not have a lot of time. And I appreciate what Dana has provided us this morning, and all of you for your patience in listening to us as we did our best to get as much information out there to you all in the few minutes that we were allowed. So thank you all for this morning.
Set them some topics too, so you can see like what the topics that we give to the young people and stuff.
Yeah, absolutely.
Every single week.
Yes. So I don't know if we have time for questions or if I'm passing it back to Dana. So Dana, thank you.